A season where I experienced God's wonder is the season where I met my now husband. So I was praying for a few months before I met him, quite intensely and very specifically about the type of man I wanted to meet, and specifically how I wanted him to recognize me when he met me. I knew that I wanted someone who could kind of very straight away just know that I was meant to be his wife. I didn't want to keep doubting and questioning and kind of thinking like, is this guy for me or not? And I think for a lot of us, when we're single and we're kind of like looking for a husband, we tend to kind of think that anyone that we meet might be the one. And I just didn't want that to happen anymore. I think it's a very like frustrating situation to be in. And at the time, I was just praying a lot, serving at church. I was just trying to really become more intimate with God. I was trying to place him above everything and prioritize him in everything. And I got to a point where actually I was okay not being married, but I still knew that I desired marriage. And so I began to pray in faith rather than in kind of like desperation. Shortly after, like maybe like a few months after I started praying like that, my now husband came into my life and pretty much happened exactly the way that I had been praying for. Within a few weeks, he knew that he wanted to be with me, and there was just no uncertainty from his side. The uncertainty was maybe from my side, because I was like, this is almost like too good to be true. Like, I can't believe that there's someone who, you know, like as soon as he met me, he was very, very straightforward about his intentions and what he wanted, and the fact that like I was the one for him. And it took me a while to kind of really accept that and to believe him, because I think I had a lot of bad experiences before where I was disappointed. And so it took a lot of patience from his side, maybe a lot of patience from God's side as well, to just be like, no, like you kind of just trust me on this. I was looking for all of the like red flags and the bad signs and kind of just like ignoring all the good flags. But then it got to a point where there was just too many things that led to me thinking like, this is the man I'm meant to marry, even though it seems crazy and it seems quick. I mean, we got engaged, I think like 5 months after we met, and then we got married a year afterwards. And so even though it seemed quick and like it was happening very fast, I think when God sets something up and he's behind it and you've prayed into it, there's really no reason to wait if you can go for it. And I think I just did. I was ready to start my life with someone. And so I think that really showed me God's wonder, because something that I was praying for very specifically, and the way that I wanted to be pursued and loved by another human being, he kind of just gave me that exactly how I had been asking for, even when I least expected it. And yeah, I think God is just a very good father who knows what his children need at the time that they need it. And that was the right time for me, and any time before then would have not been the right time. He was very kind and gracious in letting me go through the bad experiences, but not make any like, you know, life-changing mistakes. And now I've been married for 5 months and it's really good. And yeah, God is good.